Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And incomplete to open things up. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up second down.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On third down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Derek Johnson, there in coverage.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. First carry now for Marshawn Lynch. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down.
No surprise watching Marshawn Lynch scatter bodies as he runs, but I remember doing games of his at Cal. And I remember the moves, the jump cuts, the elusiveness, as well as the strength.
Carr now on first down. Finds Roberts left side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On second down, here's Carr. And this is incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And it's 3rd and short.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Tavecchio good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. They go play action here on 1st down. And the Raiders have got him. Mario Edwards busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got a man open. That's Marshall.
Gotta go.
Penny, the 1st down carry, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The best thing that ever happened to Mario Edwards Jr., in my estimation, was moving from defensive end into defensive tackle.
Why is that?
I think he had such good size, but his quickness now is overwhelming when he works inside against guards and centers. And that allows him to make plays as one we just saw there, getting into the backfield and getting a tackle for the loss.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Now Wilson on 3rd down. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 33. Now Wilson on 1st down. Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively, 4 interceptions, tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside, but let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down, couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again here. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Roberts with it over the middle. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Carr gives to Lynch on the draw. He's got Daly past the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Marshawn Lynch scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that'll make the score 14-0. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. He hits Baldwin right side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Check 50, check 50.
Play action. Now Wilson. It's caught. Baldwin. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and he's been good. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And this is going to be incomplete. Cooper was the target there, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Roberts. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
First down, the run with Lynch. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Carr to throw on 2nd down. And this is Cook for the ground. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. On first down, Carr. And he's going to be hit and driven into the turf.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On third and long, it's Carr. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
ThaVecchio puts this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
After the field goal, here's ThaVecchio to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being...
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get to the football and make it happen, and that he does.
Here we go. Switch. Get set. You ready? 6:37. Later 8.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr will try it again on 2nd down. And this will be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Roberts. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
After the field goal, here's ThaVecchio to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. but you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They go play action now. Wilson sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. He was trying to hit his big receiver, Brandon Marshall, and it's third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Throwing is Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Yo, Chief. Down. Blue 80. 808. Hurry, get up.
The final shot here before half for Carr. Looking deep downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we'll send you cross-town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Wilson. Throws left side complete to Brandon Marshall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. A handoff to Penny. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Let's go, 14. Be ready for one word. Be ready for one word.
On second down, here's Penny. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Tahir Whitehead in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And that one hit Gets a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw on 2nd down. Carr. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Raider first down as Carr finds Cooper.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Carr now 9 of 17 through the air. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He completes it to Jordy Nelson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Incomplete, right side to Cook. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Carr now on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bryant. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now. Welcome back live to Orlando. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll run with Lynch. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. second down. Here's Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Marshawn Lynch with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. TaVecchio good on the extra point. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. TaVecchio now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Baldwin. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On second down, Wilson. And the Raiders have got him. Khalil Mack. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you know, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw on second down. Carr. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Yardage here, back at the 47. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Over the middle, and it's caught. Brandon Marshall. And he gets this one up just shy of the 35 to the 34. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. They were looking for Marshall that time. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Now, you ready? Pick it up.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a